The all-new 2024 Hyundai Kona. For Hyundai, the tiny Kona is a big deal. The automaker gave us our first peek into a smattering of details of the second-generation Kona in December, showing off an edgy and slightly quirky new design for the already edgy and slightly quirky subcompact SUV. The cheap and cheerful crossover won fans by driving like a tall hatchback, though it was hampered by a cramped second row and small cargo hold. Hyundai addresses both shortcomings with a longer wheelbase, adding a couple of inches to the distance between the new Kona's axles, making it one of the larger offerings in the B segment. Hyundai introduced the Kona in 2017 and it became available in North America in 2018. It is positioned below the Hyundai Tucson and was the entry-level choice until the smaller, cheaper Hyundai Venue came on the scene in 2019. The Kona is still key to attracting younger buyers who will move on to other models, said Jose Munoz, president and COO of Hyundai Motor Company. The second generation offers an opportunity to give the Kona more aggressive styling, more advanced technology, and more room inside. The 2024 Kona is about 6 inches longer and slightly wider, with a rear opening that is both taller and wider. It also looks markedly different than its predecessor, with the seamless horizon lamp, full-width LED unibrow, being both distinctive and a first for Hyundai. The front-end design mimics that of the Hyundai Staria van sold overseas, but without any cut lines. Hyundai Motor Group Executive Vice President and Head of Hyundai and Genesis Global Design Center Sang-Yup Lee did not want a traditional front end because the all-electric variant will lead the new Kona family. Making Kona Electric the priority changes everything. Hyundai reversed the normal development process in which a new model starts with internal combustion engine (ICE) versions and later adds an EV variant, which results in a shorter life cycle for the electric iteration and compromises its design and packaging. So for this second-gen Kona, the Kona EV took priority over the others, which were adapted from it, not the other way around. To help the EV out a little, the 2024 Kona was designed and engineered with a greater emphasis on aerodynamics, going from a drag coefficient of 0.29 to 0.27, which should make it a segment leader. But the SUV also gained weight, so driving range, even with the slipperier shape, is expected to be little changed from the outgoing Kona EV at the North American reveal. Hyundai announced an internally estimated range of approximately 197 miles on a charge for the standard battery model, and 260 miles for the bigger setup. The EV has body color wheel arches. They are a contrasting dark gray on the ICE models, a black line along the bottom, and chrome molding that runs along the belt line and kicks up, hockey stick style, to meet the rear spoiler. The body is notable for its sharp crease lines and will sizes that increase from 18 inches in diameter to 19. Interestingly, there are no plans for a panoramic sunroof, but the new generation has a flat floor, 30% slimmer front seats to provide more legroom to those seated in the second-row bench seats, and mesh headrests of a breathable material. It also uses bio-leathers and suedes. The focus of the minimalist interior are the two 12.3-inch displays that live under a single piece of glass, so you might not immediately notice unusual details such as the gear shift on the steering wheel, which frees up more open storage space in the center console. There is a very small frunk in front, with enough space to store charging cables but little more. The case for old bones. The 2024 Kona carries over the same powertrains and K3 platform as the current crossover. The architecture is versatile enough to support an internal combustion engine, hybrid, and battery electric SUV, and the decision to keep using the existing bones will help keep costs down, even for the EV, Lee says. North America will get most of the planned variants. The choices include the regular Kona Limited, which is currently offered with a slightly anemic 147 horsepower, 132 pound-to-foot 2.0-liter 4-cylinder or a 1.6-liter turbo i4 making 190 horsepower and 195 pounds-to-foot of torque, enough to scoot a Kona N-line trim from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 7.3 seconds. All-wheel drive will continue to be offered with the ICE models. No Hyundai Kona N yet. The US will continue to get similar trims of gas-powered Konas, including the sporty N line, but there will not be a high-performance N, at least not initially. Senior Vice President and Head of EV Strategy Business Division Sang Hyun Park tells us is it under consideration. In 2021, the Kona became Hyundai's first SUV to get the N Performance designation in a variant with a 2.0-liter turbo 4 generating 276 horsepower and 289 pounds-to-foot for a 0-60 sprint of 5.3 seconds. It can easily be replicated in the second generation, and Park says Hyundai will add it if demand appears to be there, which we sure hope for, given how the smaller Veloster N hot hatch was recently killed off in favor of the Kona N and 4-door Elantra N sedan. What about an N version of the Kona EV? The automaker will gauge demand for the Hyundai Ioniq 5N, which is coming in the second half of the year. Adding a second motor could create an electric Kona N, and Park says they are considering dual motors as a future option, again depending on demand in each market. As for the Kona Hybrid, it is not offered in North America now, nor will it be offered with the new model. The focus is on the pure EV. Not exactly cutting edge. Isn't it Ioniq? Not yet. Because the SUV Kona does not migrate to eGMP yet, the Kona keeps its name and does not join the Ioniq sub-brand. The expectation is the third-generation Kona will make the move, at which point it could be renamed. Hyundai has 11 EVs planned by 2030 in a bid to become the electric vehicle leader. Global production begins in March for the European market, followed in April by the hybrid. Americans will see their version in April at the New York Auto Show, and it will start arriving in showrooms in the summer, with EV models coming in the fall. All Konas for North America will come from Korea, and we should see them in showrooms by early October. We expect pricing to range from $24,000 to $33,000 for the models with combustion engines and for the Kona Electric to start at about $35,000.